So Owen Hillman and Olivier Algieri are there, but look at the start from Josh Porter. He was poleman for the meeting, and he's only at the front here by the reverse punishment that he had for the tyre misdemeanor. It wasn't his fault necessarily, I understand, but he goes up. We went up briefly into second position. He's now down to third, and it's Algieri leading this one. Owen Hillman in the pro alloys at the front, whether it's reverse or fastest off the front, to be perfectly honest. And he's in P2 at the moment and trying to hang on to him. It's a bun fight coming down into Graham Hill.
It is, but I think there could be a safety car. There's a car off at the back on the way in. It's Sullivan, and that car looks like it's hobbled, isn't it? But Algieri was absolutely away and gone, and Murray Richardson involved as well.
That's a shame. I was busy watching the front runners and the pro alloys cars trying to come through as well. But as we've seen in many of the other support races so far, it is safety car territory very early on as they check up. Oh, goodness me.
Interesting that, because the yellows and the safety car boards I thought were out pretty early, but they obviously didn't see them. They have the dashboard, remember, that flashes yellow and says that there's a safety car board. There you can see it in the middle of your screen on Campy's onboard. That's saying that there's yellows and a safety car is out, especially now anyway. But so they should have seen that. Interesting that they were all checking up. Maybe that system wasn't working on some of the cars, but very interesting. Good to see that drivers are out, and we can hopefully get this race resumed as quick as we can.
Yeah, I hope so. Richardson okay, and so we've seen a lot of that with sort of in the cage. There was a little bit of despair, which is understandable when you're just not getting the race laps involved, which is a pity. Here's the replay of what was going on at the start. Aaron Hillman not too bad. Algieri using a little bit more experience to get away. Josh Porter sees the chance to go up the middle, but he's scuppered.
He's scuppered, and he just couldn't drive through Owen Hillman, could he? So that was a bit of a shame. But Algieri round the outside, cold tyres. Honestly, I cannot tell you how difficult that is to get that move done and hope the car doesn't rotate. What happens up the top here? We can't really see, can we? Does Sullivan have... Oh, Sullivan's in the background, completely sideways. Absolutely sideways. He's lucky that's not rolled. Because when these cars dig in, and then you can see again, this is the other incident that caused the safety car. Sorry, that's Sullivan there in the 48, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, just stuck on the exit there or entrance of Druids. Harry Campy away. Sounds all good. Up to second, up to third. Look at this, he makes a monster start. Up to fourth, and oh, he was thinking about keeping his foot in. Probably a good thing he didn't, because you can have a right old nightmare as you come into paddock and lose the rear. So didn't do that. Fights another day. Gets the power on. Third gear. Very low ratios in these cars. That's second gear in most sequential cars. This will be probably... Now he's staying fourth. I thought he might have on the first lap done that. But look at that, all running wide. That's Hillman, isn't it, on the right-hand side? Up to fifth. Now, where's these safety cars? Look for the middle. Look for the middle box on the dashboard. When does that start flashing yellow? Well, it doesn't, and I can't see any yellows. Oh, it does now, right. You should see that now.
It was on into McLaren, to be fair.
Right, okay, but they should know. Why are they still flat out? Harry, I've got to question that there, mate. I've got to question that.
I think it was about McLaren corner, because you've got Surtees left hand and you go right into McLaren, and to my mind it came on about then. But do you know what the focus can be? And I'm not a clerk, right? And I've not raced to this level, but the focus could be right in front of you.
No, it's a mini challenge car, it's not a Focus.
I didn't miss that one.
No, but you're right, mate. The Focus is in front of you, and the lights on his dashboard look dim, but we don't know what that's like from the television. Interesting.
So look, we're going through Surtees now. Now we're turning into McLaren. It's actually into clearways, isn't it? It's going to happen. We're in clearways. Now, it's clearways, not
right. So it's on the apex of clearways that, and he should see that. And honestly, that's why it's there. He's looking through the windscreen. It's not like he's looking at the dashboard. So,
but the others aren't really slowing down at that point either.
Yeah, but Richard, that doesn't matter. You can't.
You should all slow down to the signal you're giving. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you should be ready. You should be. They don't know that there's not two cars across the red flag.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's two cars across the front of them on the straight. Anyway, maybe I'm looking into it just too much, but and look now, that's gone red. So that's how they know what's going around the track. This is a brilliant thing. This came in a couple of years ago. Do you remember?
It did, yeah. You know, I can't tell viewers enough how safety is considered and spoken about. You know, at drivers' I went to the mini drivers briefing yesterday, which Luke Corder, who's an excellent clerk, an ex-champion in minis, did. And you know, he said, "I'm sorry, guys, it's death by PowerPoint again." But the points that he will make, and there were lots of points that he was making, and you know, guess what? Snetterton's going to be the same, isn't it now?
Yeah. Well, but you know what?
But it does keep people safe. Yeah.
He knows the score. Interesting that they readied this. I can't see any damage to the barriers or anything like that. The one thing I will say is you do not want to be driving around under any circumstances with these two contraptions pulling cars out at driver's head height. So I think a brilliant call from the race organisers to stop the clock, go red, and go again. So yeah, really good stuff. Sorry for Sullivan and
yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Early on, the first race of the day, they waited half the day for their race, and then that happens, which is a pity. So many stories to cover off, and we will get to them. Again, just to say that because the Indy circuit is a very, very short lap, if you've got one car stranded and there's a recovery going on, that's probably okay to do under safety. But when you've got two, I think Luke Cordell and the team, great decision. It is such a short lap, keeping everybody completely safe. Red flag it, and then we'll start again. It's Olivier Algieri in the next 3PL car. I know they're delighted with their support that they've had, and he's at the front by virtue of the fact that he had a penalty yesterday. I think it was track limits, Olivier, because he was racing for podium position with Charlie Hand and then got a penalty, put him back down the order, but perversely then gets him back at the front in the reverse grid race. So he's quite happy, but that might have been a gift for him, apart from the fact he's got Tom Ovenden and Josh Porter looking to try and come through as well. Yeah,
do you know what? I actually spent quite a lot of time with Olivier at a charity karting event in Milton Keynes the other day, and I'd not really spoken to him much before. He is one of the most loveliest,
nice
first
family.
of all, and his dad who was there. Do you know what? Not just lovely, spoke so well to the likes of myself, who he knew from, you know, ITV Sport, but just spoke sense, has a clear vision of what he wants to do. I know everyone on this grid wants to go British touring cars, but he told me how he wanted to go about it and how he was going to try and do it.
So he's got that good plan.
Exactly, and I just thought it was lovely. And do you know what, really, the only thing that was annoying about him, he's the most handsome man that I have seen, except for when I left the hotel and looked in the mirror last night, Rod.
Who was with you then?
Never you mind. But what a great guy. Just, do you know when
complete package.
A complete package.
Yeah.
Just great to see. But yeah, we're very lucky with this grid because they are super special talents. And the lineup, as I always say, look at those cars, full of colour, it's vibrant, it's everything Mini should be.
All the teams, the organisers, Ria and all the team work so hard to get a decent grid out. And they are attracting some really good drivers. And I was making the point about the sport category, the three drivers at the back. It's really, really fascinating to watch because Chris McKenzie, he's moved on. You know, he's found a little bit of extra budget in the Bitcoin car, gone JCW. It's moved him up the order as well, as you would expect, which is good. It's left a couple of gaps on the sport grid, but I was talking to Ria about it yesterday, and there are other teams talking to other drivers about trying to get them in. Because what you don't want to lose the sport option. You know, it's a slightly more cost-effective, a little bit further down on power, obviously the H-Pack and gearbox. A good way to get people in, maybe moving up from Coopers. Some of our hardy spectators enjoying it. It was baking hot yesterday, absolutely roasting, and today shivering.
Did somebody say summer?
We had a day of it.
Somebody say middle of May. Wow, look at that. These guys love it, don't they? Do you know what always surprises me? And I've been doing this job for 14 years. Is any time, you know, me, Lou, anyone go in the pit lane, everybody. Not everybody. That sounds really big-headed. People want to shake your hand. Me and Lou were just in a pit. They're giving you stuff. They're so happy to see it. They're so thankful for the job that the ITV Sport team do. And I think that just sums up our supporters in racing. Not our supporters, but they're just lovely people. They're such an informative crowd, and they'll turn up even if it is like this. So it's great, and I love being part of it.
It is a privilege.
Can I have a new contract?
It is a privilege to be part of it, and the people are the very best, and absolutely enjoy it. We've got some drivers of the future giving us a wave there, I feel absolutely sure, and there are many things that I can get involved with. Marshall shout out. Marshals actually get to sit down for a couple of minutes, which is very well deserved. I was chatting to a couple of them yesterday and thank them as I thank the guys that are out there today, not just here but lots of meetings going on up and down the country. Mega job, thank you guys and girls.
And a quick one for the Marshals. 7th of June, American Speed Fest is taking place at Brands Hatch, which includes a full recruitment drive for female marshals. So all welcome. Obviously females, it'd be great to focus on them, but also any marshals who can help out, please go onto the Marshals website and please get in touch. And that's Nikki Shields who got in touch with us and said, would you mind mentioning that? We don't mind mentioning anything well done, marshals, Nikki, but great.
One of the guys I was talking to yesterday had come with his mate who is a marshal, so he doesn't get to spend time with him at the track all day, but was spectating. I think he's over on Paddock Hill Bend spectating, and he said, I was thinking about coming to marshal, but I can only do 2 or 3 days a year. And I said, just do it.
That's perfect.
Yeah, they'd be very, very grateful to have you there. So it's not, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a full commitment every weekend.
Have you done the taster day ever? I've done 2.
I haven't. It's never fallen date-wise for me, to be fair. But yeah, I will do some
we
point.
We should do it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I did it at Alton Park, and I'm an ambassador for the BMMC. She's seen enough, hasn't she? I think she's just. Have they got?
We're
comms?
not on Comcam, are we?
Have they got? Is she listening to our comms? Hope she's heard it. But yeah, the ice cream man's here as well, and look how cold it is. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's been laughing at me because I've got short sleeves on. That's where I'd be, lad. Straight in there, hog roast. Me and Tim Harvey ruining the place. And that looks like Napa's hospitality. That's a great little viewing area they've got. And that just shows how busy touring cars is at the minute. These structures, they're not £5. They're bringing big structures, and it's allowing the fans and hospitality guests to see a proper view of some of these fantastic.
It's like another village being set up, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, like Milton Keynes.
without the roundabouts.
Without the roundabouts.
Or the islands, if you're from the Midlands. The islands. We're getting ready. That quick clear up. We were talking about the Marshals and Rescue Crew. Super job. We're very nearly ready to go. But we've got a race on now because we've got Algieri out front and Tom Ovenden's come through into P2.
Hey, there's Tom Chilton. There he is. He's got about 17 sons, I think, Tom Chilton. I actually don't know which one that is, but I remember when Tom Chilton was 16 and on his debut finished second here in British Touring Cars 2002. Should have been my second place, but I went off at Clearways with a puncher.
Did he start in T-cars?
He did start in T-cars, yeah. Anyway, right, this is it, lad. This is it.
But yes, some decent drivers at the front here. Algieri, Ovenden, Hillman, Josh Porter, Campy, Tanner. You could pick a winner from any one of those, and Charlie Hand and Solly. Charlie Hand, remember, got a podium when Nick Tandy was here. I got me Tandy's model up, I think, in the last meeting, but Nick Tandy was here last time. And here we go with the green flags underway. How quickly is Ovenden going to put the pressure on Algieri? Ovenden was the quickest of the drivers yesterday, making his way through the field, and he's already putting Olivier under pressure.
Yeah, but the cold tyres, and this is going to be a change for the lead, is it? Oh, super respectful by Ovenden in that #1 car, but look, he's getting the job done. But Algieri will definitely have the inside. Cold rear tyres, I'm very worried about this, but it looks all good for now. Campy's in one more place.
Yeah, Harry Campy with the onboard. We'll catch up with that a little bit later on. Algieri up front. Ovenden is poised to make a move. Look at the body language of that car. He is putting the rookie championship leader under pressure. Remember, this guy is a first-year JCW driver, Algieri, and he's got the reigning champion right behind him, and he's came straight out of the box at Donington Park with that astounding hat-trick. The only way to describe it. He's going to struggle in race 3. I think he'll be... he was disqualified, and he'll be off the back for race 3 as well. Owen Hillman's doing well, isn't he, at the moment, in P3 as well, holding up well. And there is Charlie Hand in the orange and blue, parked up in the paddock in exactly the same space where you were last week with Martin Donnelly, who also ran those colours back in the day.
That's right, so he did. Great to see Charlie back out. Had a nice little piece on the local news I was watching. So got some good coverage of that. Charlie Hand back where he belongs, side by side with other competitors. Brilliant stuff, and our onboard car is actually getting a bit of a hip and shoulder by him.
He is. Alex Solly in behind as well, one of the 5, or is it 6 cars now under the Pro Alloys. They've got the development car, haven't they, with Alex Brandom in the awning as well. But nice little move there. by Charlie Hand, trying to make up places in this partially reversed grid. So already up into 6th position for him. He's getting a regular character on the podium now, is Charlie Hand, which is not surprising as a former champion in the junior saloons.
Great stuff there. That was Max Edmondson in the Pro Alloys car getting a job done. Campy is just dropping back a little bit, isn't he? Must be the weight of that onboard camera.
Max Edmondson coming through. He won yesterday's race, did Max, so really super job. Here we go, on board with Campy once again.
Look at this stuff. This is great on board. I was joking about the weight of these. Oh my word, is it raining? I think it's drizzling. I did see, look at the windscreen wipers are all on. This is now going to be super interesting. You're going to see some proper delta now, different times from these cars. Who's going to be bravest? Algieri still in the lead, Ovenden in second. Who is going to break the latest now going up to Paddock Hill Bend? This drizzle will make a difference. Yeah,
this is going to sort them out, and this is potentially a championship battle that we've got going on here between these two. We saw one in the F4 race earlier on, and we've got another one here. We look back, it's Porter in 3rd place. He's in line for the championship. We've got mega pace this weekend from Porter. He had outright pole. Outright pole for the 2nd fastest was Nathan Edwards, who is struggling a little bit further back and trying to get into the top 10. But Algieri doing a super job of not hanging on to the lead, but defending that lead very well.
Yeah, this will be a real test of him, but there's still so much going on around this whole grid. And is that Tanner coming down the inside? Is he going to get that done? That's a big move. And it's going to be across the grass, that is. He won't get that stopped. He might get it stopped in the side of Tanner's car. No, Tanner gets it sorted and steady away. Thank goodness they've all started on track. Look at this top 3, Richie.
Yeah, do not discount Josh Porter. As I said, outright pole before the DQ on the tyres. It wasn't a performance issue, it was an admin error that caused that. And having a look now, having a little dive is Tom Ovenden. Always has a go, works with the Sim Motorsport concern here at Brands Hatch. He'll go back to the outside, he'll look back, he'll see Porter behind him. Porter's going wide as well. We've got Tanner now leading the directors category for the older drivers. He's in 4th place, well clear in that category as well. But getting the sniff of a podium here, Joe Tanner.
He is getting a sniff of a podium here, isn't he, in 4th place, and he is going to be on the back. He's on the back already, on the back of this top 3. This is 6.5 minutes of amazingness. The cameras have now got the drizzle on them. Is it going to make a big difference? It can be psychological, but it's not psychological because they're all running wide now. They're missing the apexes. This is going to go off.
Josh Porter having a look for some extra grip maybe on the outside, checking out the line. Can he get past Tom Ovenden? Ovenden's going to look down the inside. Porter very nearly drafts him down the straight. Ovenden will have a look at the inside again. The man from Canterbury putting them under pressure. He's the meat in the Sarnie. Here comes Porter. Wide run there from Algieri. But is he going to lose out? Oh, back end goes a little bit tight then as they go into the corner, and now Porter's fighting the outside of Ovenden, who maintains 2nd place. Tanner is up in the mix as well. We've got Owen Hillman still there as well. Hillman is the 5th car in the train.
Oh my word, the 5th car in the train I think is Edmondson, and
I beg his pardon,
yeah,
isn't it? Yep.
Edmondson is on the back of this. It's a 5-car battle for the lead, and then it's a 78,000 car battle for 5th place. Unreal. 6th place.
Absolutely brilliant mini racing. You can see why so many drivers want to come into this as
Tanner.
They go side by side. Joe Tanner now with Josh Porter. Josh could probably do without the Scott having a go. Different crash helmet for Joe Tanner every round. If you get the chance to go and talk to him, it's a great thing to see.
Stunning stuff, absolutely stunning stuff from the 2 lead drivers. Algieri, excellent, just chopped across the front of Ovenden. Ovenden, come out of it, didn't fire in, brilliant, still there. Looks like he's got the fastest car, and Algieri looks like the man to be, but Ovenden looks so fast, and now look at these 5 of them.
Yeah, Ovenden here has got in his mind that he needs to get a decent result here, significantly needs to finish with that DQ, putting him at the back of the grid for race 3, as he was in race 1. He'll try and take the lead if he can. This is the pack right in the mix. There's Nathan Edwards immediately in front of us, who's come through as well. Sam Gornall's going to muscle his way through with the red mirrors in the Pro Alloys car. He's going to go through as well. So good stuff from Nathan Edwards, battling to try and get to the front of this group, but they are away from the top 5. Algieri from Ovenden still there, but look at the mirrors on Porter's car. They're crushed in. Is he going to do some more damage to the car as he looks down the inside? He can't quite get it. The lead trio with Joe Tanner and Max Edmondson. This is exactly what you would want, isn't it? All of these class drivers at the front battling it out. We saw a great touring car race earlier on, and this is fabulous as well.
well. Porter trying to get on terms with Ovenden, but he's the wrong side of the track as they come down to Graham Hill Bend. Ovenden will have to defend a little bit here, but Porter's going to try and hang around the outside.
This is just what Algieri needed. Look at this now. He looks in his mirror. They're side by side. He could get away here because he's got to be careful how he turns in. Porter takes second place. Excellent driving. Can he get the nose chopped across? Yes, he does. Tanner wants some of this. Into the back of Ovenden. Max Edmondson down the outside, but down the inside is Joe Tanner. Go on, boy. But Edmondson comes back at him. This is exceptional racing.
Joe Tanner, well, we expect that from him. Multi-champion up in Scotland, Scottish mini-champion, Scottish Formula Ford 1600 champion back in the day. The lead two have broken away, and it's Porter all over Algieri at the moment, taking over from Ovenden earlier on. Cracking mini racing here, side by side. They will go. Ovenden third, but they're closing up on the leaders who are battling again. Don't bet against Edmondson here. He won yesterday, and he'd feel a little bit cheated that he didn't have the race with Josh Porter and Tom Ovenden and company yesterday. As Porter looks around the outside here they come side by side along Cooper Straight. Porter's trying to get the job done. Can he hang on for the outside of Surtees and up into McLaren? Can't quite get the pace, and this is wonderful stuff from Algieri, who still leads, but here comes Ovenden. Bash off into the side. A little love tap. He's up into P2, or is he? Still side by side. Edmondson watching in fourth place. 2 minutes 51 to go. Still side by side, and Ovenden's going to have the line into paddock.
Algieri is absolutely loving this because as he looks in his mirror, he's going to see cars 3 abreast, 2 abreast. Oh, big into the side, and that's Edmondson. He's going to take third place off Porter. Porter looked like the winner for this, and now he's going to get dropped down to fourth. Tanner is going to be in the inside. Tanner could pick up a podium from this. This is the best mini challenge race car I've ever seen. This is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant car. This is why they've made the updates to the car. They look current, they are current. The racing is absolutely top notch. And look at that, right the way down the order. Harry Campy looking to try and get involved.
Looks like it's drizzling again. This is not over. It's unbelievable stuff. Nathan Edwards in the 21 there. He's behind a Pro Alloys roadblock, isn't he? But I cannot believe how close this racing is. Do you remember when Ovenden just drove off into the distance last time? Not happening now, but Ovenden is going to have this lunge, is he, at paddock? He's too far back. Algieri's super confident. And do you know what's great about Algieri? He's backing himself into paddock, backing himself.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it, from Algieri? And he'll be frustrated with the penalty that he had yesterday. But here comes Edmondson. Do not write off Max Edmondson. Had effectively a lights to flag win yesterday, and he's in third place here. He could nick this one. We've got a lap and a half to go.
Yeah, it's definitely getting slippy, and look how slow Ovenden is on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. But this is great for Algieri, our leader. But Max Edmondson's going to have a dive down here. He's got to get something done. Can he get it done? No, there's not a gap, and they're just about getting to the apexes. There's definitely more grip in the second sector compared to the first sector because they look very ginger coming out of Graham Hill Bend.
They do indeed, going down across the line again. Might be 2 laps to go actually, because you've got 1 minute and 1 to go as they go through. Porter looking to get stuck in again. Joe Tanner having a little bit of respite at the moment in 5th place, but it's Ovenden putting the pressure on Algieri out front. He'll go to the inside, he looks to the outside. Porter still trying to chase Edmondson. None of these drivers are easy to overtake, and that's absolute class. Hand is up into 6th now as well, looking to join in.
Wow, this is unbelievable. You've got to be around. Hand has to be around for this pack. I've got a feeling it's going to concertina up. Something will happen with the pack, but look at this second pack. They're all over the shop, but the leaders are going to have one more lap, and that rain just seems to be stuck on that camera lens, doesn't it? Algieri just needs to get into this first sector nice and smooth and just be all right with it. Look at the left foot braking going on board with Harry Campy. This really is brilliant. You're never going to get closer than this if you're not a racing driver. I can't tell you what the feeling's like. The noise, the smell of the tyres burning, and you're inside. Oh, he's going for the lead. Ovenden, this could work.
He's going to go through. He grabbed the line as they went down. Now it's all about the run up in towards Druids, and he's got the inside run. Algieri is going to have to cede the lead, and Tom Ovenden, with immaculate precision driving and great timing, goes through into the lead. Algieri will try and fight back. I thought we were going to see his first JCW win. Maybe it won't come in this one, but he's going to fight back. He'll run to the flag. Edmondson next up, Porter in 4th, Tanner in 5th, Hand is next up. Then it's Nathan Edwards who's come through as well, but Ovenden has driven superbly. What a well-timed move.
Oh, it was, and I thought there was a gap there, but there isn't. But this was an exceptional race. They better shake hands after this. excellent.
They very well do, and it's Tom Ovenden. This is going to make up partially for what happened yesterday in qualifying. There's the checkered flag, another win. It's 4 out of 5 for Tom Ovenden. Algieri, stunning race from all of them. Edmondson third, Porter in fourth place from Joe Tanner, and Charlie Hand completing our top 6. Well, that was motor racing, British saloon car racing, out of the top draw without a doubt. That is Ovenden rightly delighted with that on his home track, where his this is his workplace, where he does the sim instruction, driver instruction. Here's a move. Look at this.
That was. Do you know what was really good about? I mean, that's exceptional. Ovenden had that move on for the last 6 laps, but Algieri backed himself so well on the brakes that he didn't think he'd do it. But watch Algieri open the steering up as he knows it's unable to defend it.
Yeah.
And it was the lightest of taps. They will hug each other. They will handshake. But I've got to say that number 1 of Ovenden, he needs the biggest hug from the team, because there's so many times he could have wiped that car out and he never did. It was respect, it was speed, and it was one of the best races I've seen in Mini Challenge. It was exceptional. I love that.
You know, and it follows on from a terrific touring car race that we had as well earlier on. What a fantastic day's racing we are having. And all of these guys capable, at the sharp end here, are capable of gracing the touring car programme. They really are talented drivers, and that was proof. So here's how they finished, and a very well-earned breather, and I think the taste of champagne for Tom Ovenden and Olivier Algieri, 1 and 2, with Max Edmondson in third, Josh Porter in fourth from Joe Tanner, Charlie Hand in 5th place, with Nathan Edwards 7th from Owen Hillman and Sam Gornall. Harry Hickton, a hard-earned 10th position for Harry in the Manpower Motorsport Horninged car. Alex Solly 11th from Harry Campy, gave some great entertainment to Harry with the onboard. Archie Johnson was 13th, ahead of Ned Anthony, and then Archie's arch rival, Henry Howarth, who's back with us, he was 15th. Cam Richardson next up from Alex Brandon and Will Crooks. Ahmed Semusipa in 19th, ahead of Alfie Garford, who again wins the sport category. Alfie unbeaten in sport at the moment. Eden Spanswick picks up a P2 in sport, so well done to him. Issues for Chris McKenzie in his debut weekend in JCW, and also retirements early on, causing the restart to Anthony Sullivan and Murray Richardson. Points look like this. Tom Ovenden, despite a difficult result yesterday, still got a huge lead, 39 points over Max Edmondson. Olivier Algieri in third, Harry Hickton fourth, and Joe Tanner equal fourth. On 154. The rookie championship still led by Algieri by 44 points from Will Crooks, who's doing well. Sam Gordon third, Samuel Seeper in fourth, and Archie Johnson in fifth. In the sport category, it's Alfie Garford with a 109-point lead at the moment over Eden Spanswick. Murray Richardson third, and Chris McKenzie's moved on now in fourth, and the JCW Sport rookies, Garford from Richardson and Spanswick. And our third and final race for the minis is underway. Stay safe, everybody. Off we go. Algieri from third, up into P2, straight to the outside line, taking the battle to Edmondson. They're side by side as they go into Paddock Hill Bend, and the race is on straight away. Can Algieri can't make the most of the outside run, and it's Max Edmondson looking for a race double win. It was Algieri that had the pole in the first race of the weekend late yesterday afternoon, and he's got to settle into P2 with Harry Hickton in third.
Absolutely brilliant start from everyone. I would say everybody's on wets. There was a little bit of sliding in the middle of the pack, but great stuff from the leader, who has a little bit of a wiggle. What has Algieri had for breakfast? This lad is everywhere.
He is doing superb stuff. Good yesterday. Had a penalty in yesterday's race, but yeah, raced hard in the previous one with Ovenden just getting the better of him. Bit of a nap attack going on there. I know that there was frustration for Joe Tanner in yesterday's qualifying session, but raced hard. We've got, I'll tell you what, we've got Pro Alloys cars absolutely everywhere. Solly on the outside run there of the red mirrored car, which is Sam Gornall, who had the fastest lap in race 2. So Gornall want to charge up the inside.
Oh, talking about inside, be careful, Henry Howarth.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good effort. He's going to get that done as well, it looks like, on the way up to Druids. There is a lot of grip on the inside. Usually it's very, very slippy on the inside, but with this new tarmac down last year, it's still finding its way, this track, always evolving with every single race.
Gorner, who raced in the European Clios last year. I didn't realise the Clio's so well supported in Europe. They fill the grid up and they stop the rest of the cars from playing.
They're
incredible.
Proper. Yeah, absolutely proper. They're everywhere. I know some Japanese series as well with these cars. Different regulation, but absolutely fantastic. I did see Joe Tanner have a great little lunge on Charlie Hand, I think it was. But yeah, it got it done and there was no contact, so that's good.
That is good indeed. So the Pro Alloys, who've gone up from 2 cars last year to 5, I think 6 under the awning this weekend, really getting stuck in, and plenty of visibility for them. And it's one of their lads, Edmondson, that leads this one. 1 win under his belt, 2nd in the championship. Algieri is 3rd. Tanner runs wide.
That was a good effort. That big slide on the way in just over-rotated the car, as we say it as a coach. It's just too much speed in. Front axle grips, rear can't keep up. Not Rear who runs the championship, the rear of the car, but the 2 Pro Alloys guys getting into each other. Was that Gornall and Solly?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they won't be teammates for too long if they carry that on.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a hip and then a shoulder. That was Gornall, who's got the move done. Coming out of Druids, a car off on the grass at the back. Is that one of our sport guys?
I was trying to work out who that is, because the touch of pink, you always tend to think it's Harry Hickton, but Harry's safe and sound there in 3rd place at the moment, ahead of the battling Gornall and Solly, and they probably need to get their heads down and maybe get stuck into Hickton in 3rd place.
Who was that? Yeah,
just looking,
see the
I think it wasn't Cam Richardson again, was it? I was looking for the. No, it was Archie Johnson. That's a shame too. On the bounce for Archie Johnson. Off as well goes Joe Tanner, and that's that point that you were looking at in the Caterhams as well. That point of the circuit.
Yeah, and again, Joe had. Again, you're not expecting these people at the front to be going off, so I don't know, maybe just a part of the track that doesn't dry or becomes greasy before drying. So yeah, interesting. Solly again and Gornall, oh my word. The Pro Alloys boys and girls must be just covering their eyes up when them 2 go side by side. But yeah, anyway, Algieri in P2, and it looks like the yellow flags are out. Is someone off? Someone's off at the exit, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's Paddock-Hill. I thought that was Paddock-Hill Ben. That's Joe Tanner, isn't it? Safety car's out.
It is safety car. Great news for Tom Ovenden and Nathan Edwards, who are working their way through from the back. And Ovenden, how many laps have we had? Not too many. We only had 2 or 3 laps. I think we're on the 3rd lap at the moment. Ovenden up to 11th from the back of the grid.
If anyone at home had a Comcam available now, me and Richard were just looking at each other going, wow. It's a good effort, that.
It is good, but also for Nathan Edwards, who's got on the. I think he was a little bit unlucky with the traffic yesterday. Didn't quite fall as well for Nathan yesterday. Did make progress through the field. In this case, I'd say it's Josh Porter, who's in 14th, who hasn't perhaps had the cars full. But we've only had a couple of laps, so what am I talking about? They've got bags of time to make that move. There is Nathan in the 11:11 car, just chasing the race 2 winner we saw earlier on, Tom Ovenden, the reigning champion. And those guys, battling with each other here and battling for the championship as well. Archie Johnson, I thought it was an 8. I was looking for the number earlier. I was thinking 18, but it's actually 10, isn't it?
That's the last thing I want to see from Archie.
Yeah.
So a little bit of contact, and then what happens then? That ain't good. So that was Owen Hillman.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite see what went on there, but you shouldn't really be making contact up there. This is Paddock-Hill Bend. Harry Campy, this is slowed down a little bit. Oh, and look at that. Just Joe Tanner. Yeah, just lost the rear. These cars are very...
you don't see Joe doing that.
You don't. It just looks... I honestly think there's something down there.
Yeah.
Because Joe and the 2 other lads in Caterham didn't do too much wrong. But there must be a part that just... I don't know, actually, because he was on the brakes quite a lot going in. I could see the brakes flashing. I think he might have locked the rears. I don't need to tell people this all the time, but for new viewers maybe, there is if we go on board with Harry Campy, you might be able to see there's actually a rear and front circular thing on the dashboard, which is for the brake bias, so you can wind it as far to the back as you want to give you more rear brakes, or you can go as far to the front as you can. Weirdly, when I ever drove a mini challenge car, I found out the hard way. I'm used to going clockwise to go more front brakes and anti-clockwise to go more rear. That is an interesting one. I wouldn't put slicks on, would you?
So what Ned's done?
Maybe.
Ned Anthony.
Maybe not.
Another of the Pro Alloys cars.
Well,
Yeah,
he's only just
possibly
made it out. Might have done. But sorry, as I was saying, I got every car I've drove, you go clockwise to the front. Well, it was clockwise to the rear, and I put so much rear brake on, I turned into Pia Tokyo Drift Lid, which was interesting. Why has he been held there? Because
the cars were coming through.
No. They weren't. I mean, that's not for me to say, but I thought he was well ahead of the cars.
No, I think the safety car, Scott, the safety car was imminent as he was coming out. I think, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I did see it was coming down the straight, but I thought he'll get out in front of them. Interesting.
So he'll be a lap down, but he might be at the head of everybody but a lap down at the end of it. Ned's good. He's really, do you know what? I've said this before, but him being in Pro Alloys this year with loads of teammates, it's really raised his game. It's his second year, so you'd expect him to make a bit of progress as well, but very happy in his home, I think, with them.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's a good guy, isn't he? I think he's going to be a lap down now, obviously, so that is a shame, because if he has put slicks on, it wasn't a bad shout. That's nothing to do with tyres. That's a shame.
We lost Anthony, didn't we, in race 2, the previous race that we saw for the cars, which was a pity, but he's back out. At least he got the car back out, and he'll hopefully get some more laps a bit later on. Are we looking for tyres? I can't see.
Yeah, I'm having a look at tyres. I mean, I can't see much spray coming off them, I'll admit, but you would think you would be trying to heat those rears up. So Harry Campy on board. That big silver knob there in the middle, that's the rear and the front bias. You wouldn't be pushing it now. But so starting 7th, Harry Campy. Can he get down the inside of Howarth? He has a look. I mean, that would have been a big lunge. But yeah, see the brake lights flashing. That's a left foot braker in front of you. There's no way you'd be able to be a right foot braker and do that as quick down the hill. But yeah, down the gears, no big contact at all. A little bit of pushing, a little bit of shoving. Nothing too fraught. But what was that? He just pushed a button. That might have been. It won't be the rain light. You won't be worried about that for now. That was probably something to do with the wipers, or you can have them set at different speeds and things like that. So a lot going on, but he kept himself out of trouble here. Hand got down the outside of him, but then does he try and get down the inside of him? You can see you would never, back in the day, have gone that close to the apex in the wet at paddock. But this new tarmac keeps you on a drier line because it's just got the same kind of grip. But yeah, that was quite a steady first lap, to be fair. There was nothing massive, no big bangs, and he's got someone coming down the inside of him. Oh, I did see in the mirror then. I thought I was in the car, Rich.
9th in the championship at the moment, Harry Campy. Really doing well this year, I've got to say, and he's so competitive this championship as well, you know, right the way down the order. I think we might now. There we go, here we are.
There we go. Oh, thanks, director team. Watch this car in that right-hand mirror. It's like, who's this? Is it Tanner? Oh, I'm going to turn into him.
Oh, it was.
Hi, Joe. That is that's a good effort, that. So where does Tanner... So Tanner gets down the inside, but he gets in front of Charlie Hand as well, in front of him, I think. But I don't know if it's on this lap. Watch this. Can we stay on board? Let's have a gander. Look at the traction he gets off. I think he has a look at Handy. He does. Look at that. Have some of that, Handy man.
Oh.
Have that one in your mirror and your door, lad. That's a good effort. Wow.
That was Scottish mini racing.
Yeah, Joe Tanner.
From Joe.
Yeah, Joe's a multi-millionaire now because he's been painting everyone's helmets, so he can afford the damage. But yeah, it's great stuff, this, isn't it? This on board is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Campy now up to 5th gear, and then you'll see Joe Tanner, who's 2 cars ahead of us. Watch Joe's brake lights. Joe goes inside. Ah, right. That could, well, lights are out, sorry, but that's what happened. He's gone in too fast, I think.
He has 9 minutes to go, so not too much more to do. You have to say, well, half a race for Max Edmondson and Olivier Algieri, Harry Hickton, and we are going to go racing again here. Let's hope that all is going to be well for the remainder of the race, and several of them break ranks. It's Edmondson leading. Algieri has a look to the outside. We've got a challenge on from Sam Gordon. Oh, big moment for Henry Howard through the gravel. Keep it going, Henry. Oh, goodness me.
Oh my word. Ovenden would have held his breath there. I think it was Ovenden he cut across the front of, was it?
Has he got further up, Ovenden?
No, he's quite far behind now.
Yeah.
Where is he? He's 11th. Yeah, I think it was Ovenden he cut in front of. Algeria's just proper stuck one on Harry Hickton, our camera car. But look at your man Gornall down the inside.
Here he comes down the inside of Harry Hickton, who's now having to defend from Alex Solly. Charlie Hand coming up into the mix as well. Hickton here is going to have to play a defensive game, and it doesn't seem to be working for him at the moment. He's dropping back, not what he wants. Are we potentially here looking at a Pro Alloys 1-2-3? This could happen, Paul, as we go side by side for the lead. Algeria's going to have something to say about that, and so too is Gornall.
The traction of that Pro Alloys car to do what it has just done, and speed what it has just done to Algeria, is unbelievable.
This is going to be interesting now, isn't it? Because if Edmondson gets caught by Gornall got fastest lap in race 2. And I don't recall at Donington seeing a race-off between the pair of them. So this is going to be fascinating. Another replay for you.
Yeah, so where is it then? Where is... this was just the restart then. That is a massive sideways. He did well to get out of that. Look at that. Absolutely sideways. Howarth keeps his foot in, fair play. But watch him cut across. Oh, Ovenden. Ovenden goes, I'll have a bit of grass. We'll have that.
Ovenden's still 11th on the clock, so he managed to gain up the inside there, lose out, I think, a little bit further back, Tom Ovenden, as Hickton and Algeri scrapping over 3rd place, and they're going to have to be mindful of Alex Solly wanting to come up and play as well, trying to get this Pro Alloys shutout on the podium. That would be a big story. Is it going to happen? He's trying to deal with Hickton on the outside run at the moment. Let's see whether he can. Need to keep our eyes on Gornall, whether he can close in on Edmondson as well. It's got the line. He goes through, makes the pass there on Harry Hickton. Yeah,
great pass that was, and I really feel like Algeri is going to have his work cut out. But Hickton, our camera car, coming back at him in the 84. Great move, but it's not over yet. Look at the grip they've got, the Pro Alloys car. That's a great move. Have some of that back. It might be in your door, but have some of that back. Brilliant. No touching. Love it. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, cracking stuff. Great play swapping. Exactly how we see racing unfold here on the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch in a classic manner. But watch Charlie Hand in the 55. Could be the spoiler, along with Harry Hickton's to the Pro Alloys party. At the moment, Algeri in front of that trio is the current spoiler. Gornall and Edmondson still there. 1.147 the gap between them. And this podium battle going on again, and just behind them Harry Campy with the camera car coming up, having a look at Charlie Hand as well.
Someone down his inside, or has he just had a little bit of oversteer, our camera car? No, he's not. He's all good. I tell you what, these wet tyres are now getting worked super hard. There was some windscreen wipers on some of the cars. Sometimes that's because they just haven't got time to turn them off and they just don't bother because you have to look down. Or it can be there is a little bit of drizzle coming on. But I'd say it looks like it's drying up a little bit. But these wet tyres will be getting worked so hard, and the good teams will have got the tyre pressures banged on.
They will, and it certainly looks that way for Pro Alloys. There was a car, I think, in the mirrors, and it was Cam Richardson, a nap attack on our camera car as Harry Hickton again comes under pressure from Alex Solly, who's going to try the outside run here. Is he going to ping back and maybe go for the cutback on the inside? No, he's going to hang on to the outside run for the moment and still putting the challenge in. All the time they're battling, of course, they're losing ground on Edmondson and Gornall. In fact, the gap's gone out. Max Edmondson has got the gap out to 1.2, so an extra 10th on that last tour to try and make it a double race win this weekend. Ovenden's progress has... where is Ovenden? 10th. So, yeah, his progress has slowed up at the moment. Not the happiest of weekends. So Nathan Edwards is actually ahead of him. So Nathan, the fastest of the biggest progressor of the top 3 losers that we had from the disqualification in qualifying.
Harry Campy's little icon there looked like me if you put me through ChatGPT. Proper AI. It's very much like me. I like that.
Maybe put you as a model.
Maybe, yeah. Nathan Edwards hasn't had the most amazing weekend, has he?
No, he's making progress, though. As I said, out of the 3 drivers that got forced to the back after quali, he's made the best progress in this one. He's actually ahead now of Tom Ovenden, and has caught, if you look at that, he's actually caught Charlie Hand, so he's not that far away from the front now.
Yeah, to be honest, he just needs everyone to check up. Maybe Sam Hickton stays wide, Solly. Them Pro Alloys cars have got a good setup in the greasy and wet conditions, and I would say they've got their tyre pressures especially bang on.
Do you know what? Oh yeah, here we go, back with Harry Campy. And it's a nap attack from Cam Richardson, who's going to make it through. Henry Howarth having a little nibble too, and I think that was Tom Ovenden in the mix as well. He's the number 1 on that card, telling us that it's Tom looking to get past the Campy's of Selby car. Let's see whether he can do it, other than picking them off one by one and gradually climbing up the points table here to defend his championship lead.
Yeah, he's just treating people with kid gloves at the minute, especially when it's in this condition, when you just don't know what kind of evolution the track is going to be in. But Campy fully involved, and it's going to be a nightmare for him now because his mirror's been bent back, and any right-hander he goes into, he doesn't know who's there.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky for him indeed, isn't it? There is Henry Howarth. I don't think scoring points is okay for trophies, and if I read the regs right when he came into it, he's in the what was a vacant Jam Sport car. Ovenden, bit of touring car training there.
Yeah, no wrong with that, unless it breaks your car. In the wet conditions, Richard, sometimes we can be watching and saying stuff. He's probably just understeered into him by accident. I know how it is. I've done it before, and you look back at it on telly and you're like, oh my word, who was that? And you're like, that's me. Look at that mirror there.
Yes.
He's got a lot of understeer in the car now, Richard, so he's turning the wheel as hard as he can, and he's got no front grip. So you turn the wheel more, you get a slip angle with the tyres, and the tyre just starts to be inefficient. Really, really, really difficult conditions. So watch braking into, we can see from the outside anyway, watching braking from 6th to 5th gear, and you'll see the front tyres are really starting to work hard now. They balloon in temperature, they balloon in pressure, and that's what happens. Some people get it right, some people don't. Porter gets it right.
Yeah, Porter making a nice move on the inside of Cam Richardson, so that will take him up into 12th position. Remember, right from the back, Porter's showing really good pace so far this season, and we've got the little mini carnivore at Stenson. Next time we'll have the Coopers out with us as well as the JCWs.
A mini carnivore? Is that like a...
Carnival.
Oh, sorry, I thought like a dinosaur.
No, that'd be me, the dinosaur bit, right? Carnival. Here's our leader, though, and very nearly winner. He's pulled away, hasn't he, from Gordon. Gordon got up into P2, but Max Edmondson's got the fastest lap.
He's been a bit good, hasn't he, Max?
He's been very good.
What? You know what's great about this? People sometimes peck my head a bit and say, why do you always say this about this person and that? And I'm like, because I know how good he is.
Yeah.
I know how good Max is. I've commentated on him before. You have, in different series. The kid is the real deal.
Whatever you put him in. Do you know what? And Pro Alloy is such a lovely bunch. You know, last year through to this year, like a stick of rock, motorsport is through the veins of, right through the middle of the whole team. I was talking to their truckie. He's actually a clerk of the course for 750 Motor Club, Bob the truckie.
Really?
They've got Dave Marshall who races in Civic Cup. So many people actively involved in racing in that team.
That's interesting, because I was racing in 750 not so long ago, and I think he tried to do me for overtaking under a yellow.
Quite
and
right,
it wasn't me.
And his mentor was Bernard Cottrell, the late great Bernie Cottrell as well.
Cottrell.
Yeah.
Loved Bernie. Rest in peace, Bernie. Top man.
Absolutely right. So Edmondson on his way. It's going to be the last lap. What are they doing at the moment? 56 is going to be nip and tuck, isn't it? We haven't got the last lap board out yet. Go on.
So they do have radios, but it's not two-way. So nobody can tell our leader to slow down and try and finish the race this lap. So that's going to be interesting. He might just get another lap out of this that he doesn't want. Oh, go on, Howarth, round the outside.
Henry Howarth. And we've got Nathan Edwards involved as well. Now, Nathan won't get points for passing Henry Howarth, but he will do if he can challenge Charlie Hand in the 55. Good to, thus far, see Charlie Hand surviving the meeting. Regular visit to the podium. How's going to have a look. Got the better of Archie Johnson. This one sad to lose Archie earlier on, but these two drivers renewing their rivalry at Jam Sport. I think it's Henry's turn to win this year. What's an
this is going to be so close. What do they do? He's 1 second.
Do you know what? I was looking down at the gantry, and the checkered flag was ready. The officials were there.
But what else did they have out, Richie?
Last lap board ready as well.
Exactly that, yes. And you should always, as a driver, there you go. If you're not too sure, you go flat out till the end. You lose your rhythm and you are off. You've got to only take it down to 85-90%. Otherwise, Max Edmondson will just drift off and go off.
Yeah, Max is there. Look at that superb stuff for him. 2 seconds to the good now over Gordon. It's a 1-2 at the minute for Pro Alloys. Nathan Edwards gets into the back of Charlie Hand, backs out of it. Now he's going to come back, but inadvertent contact there from Edwards. Everything, of course, will get looked at, but Hand has a little knock on the back there from Nathan. Certainly doesn't make the most of that. He's got right behind him at the moment Tom Ovenden, but down to the flag comes
Our race winner, double race winner, Max Edmondson from Sam Gornall. It's a 1-2 for Pro Alloys. Olivier Algieri with another podium. He did it in the reverse grid race. He's done it in this one as well. That is a marker as well for the future rounds. We're in for a real treat. This is the second of 7 events that we see the JCWs. Solly was 4th, 5th position, Harry Hickton. Our top 6 completed by Henry Howard.
Great stuff, that. Congratulations, Max Edmondson, again proving that he is well worth his weight in gold. And to me, he looks like the proper package now. This is going to be an interesting championship, and it's going to be up and down, but I really think this kid wants it, and it's really good to see.
I met his sponsor yesterday, and he said, I've got to thank Paul for mentioning it last year, for saying that Max was struggling for budget. A lad called Terry, who used to race in the MG Metros,
yes,
which are with BRSCC now, and he lives locally here. He's not even local to Max's team, but he wanted to get involved, and he was here enjoying it. And he's just, I want to thank you for that opportunity, because it's been so good to get involved. And I said, well, thank you for supporting Max and supporting a young driver, and plenty of young drivers that could be supported on this package, and well worth getting involved, as Terry's story told me. Let's have a look at how they finished then. Round 6 of the Power Max Mini Challenge, and another win for Max Edmondson, second of the weekend for him. Sam Gornall battled his way through to second from Olivier Algieri, with Alex Solly in 4th, ahead of Harry Hickton and Henry Howarth. Charlie Hand in 7th, Nathan Edwards 8th from the very back of the grid. Out was Tom Ivenden. Harry Campy, our camera car, putting in a sterling job to come in 10th place. Will Crooks was 11th, ahead of Josh Porter, again through from the rear of the field. Cam Richardson 13th, ahead of Alex Brandon. Then it was Semel Sieper in 15th. Alfie Garford continues his clean sweep of wins in the JCW Sports category, ahead of Eden Spanswick, who gets another 2nd place. Murray Richardson completing that podium. Issues in the race we saw, sadly, for Owen Hillman and Ned Anthony. Similar problems for Anthony Sullivan and Joe Tanner. Archie Johnson, of course, we lost early doors as well, along with Mr. Tanner, which was a great pity. As we head to Snetterton, it's Tom Ivenden now, the lead down to 11 points. Max Edmondson is chipping away at that, though, in 2nd place. 3rd is Olivier Algieri from Harry Hickton and Sam Gornall. Olivier leading the Rookies Championship from Sam Gornall and Will Crooks, with Semel Sieper in 4th and Archie Johnson in 5th. In the sport category, Alfie Garford with a decent lead over Eden Spanswick, who's now up to 2nd, ahead of Murray Richardson, with Chris McKenzie in 4th, and the JCW Sport Rookies, again headed by Alfie from Murray this time, with Eden Spanswick in 3rd place.